And welcome back to another episode of the Movie Hoppers. And today we are reviewing the new animated Disney sequel, named very creatively, might I add, Frozen 2. It is the sequel to Frozen. Um, yeah, this see, sequels have a lot of issues. They have a lot of negative connotation, and I think part of that stems from how a lot of them don't have a reason to exist other than money, and usually an audience can't connect with that because they're not making money, they're spending money on it. So a lot of people have very bad experiences with sequels because they have no reason to exist creatively. And yep, that's this. It has no reason to exist at all. But how about you? I'm already starting positive. Let's go to Captain Positive over here. What did you think of Frozen 2?
Um, I mean, as like a standalone, if this was a standalone movie and not a sequel,
Uh-huh.
it would have been. It's like cute enough to be a movie, but like I don't know, it
I,
wasn't very interesting.
yeah, I felt like the plot just it felt like something that you would get from like a Walmart bargain bin. It didn't feel like an actual movie plot. It was just so cheap.
Yeah, and
Especially,
like
yeah.
all of the things they were saying, it's like, whoop, it's a mystery.
It,
They'll never figure these things out.
yeah, I I didn't really like this one. And, a lot of people have the connotation that Disney makes movies for kids, but they're also for adults. No, this movie's just for kids. Uh,
Yeah.
Anybody really over the age of 10 is gonna, it's just not good. I remember, have you ever seen the first Frozen? Let's just get that out of the way.
Yes, I've seen the first one.
I saw that when I was a kid. I haven't seen it since, but I remember it being good.
Wait, when did that come out? Like 2012 or something?
Shit, I don't know. It was a long time ago.
2013.
Maybe 14. I thought it was like 14. But
Is that 6 years ago?
yeah, I remember liking that one, but I think
Yeah.
maybe part of the reason why I liked it was because it's an adventure movie. There's a bunch of interesting set pieces, a bunch of interesting characters. This movie is set in an enclosed space the whole time, and it feels so claustrophobic. It feels like it's like there's one set piece, and it's forest, and sometimes river, and that's the whole movie. For 2 hours, you get to look at forest and river in an animated movie with a $200 million budget. It's just
It was
I
$200 million.
I think it was. Wait, once I'm gonna check, but it wasn't cheap. I didn't even really like the animation. I thought the clash between like the cartoonish characters and like the hyper
Oh my
realistic
god.
water was really
Oh my
bad.
god, I hate the animation. It was 300 it was $33 million.
233 million.
33 million.
It couldn't be 30. No, that's way too low. No, no, no.
That's the budget. That
That's
was the budget.
that's.
All right, anyway.
Oh,
Just
okay.
talking about
That's.
animation. Oh my god.
I
I
did not like
hated
it.
this animation so much. It was
Thank
so
you.
like they went it's like ugh, people keep trying to make things so looking so realistic, and it's just so ridiculous. Like, don't make things look realistic. This is animation. We're supposed to be putting some type of artistic twist to this, but it's not. It's just 3D models and water
Yeah.
that looks like water. Like, that was so boring. It was so boring. Oh my god. Oh my god. It was like,
Fuck.
stop! You are Disney, and you used to come from such amazing 2D animation. Where did that go? Where did it go? Bring it back!
Wow.
I want 2D animation back again. I don't
Oh.
want the biggest animation company to be doing 3D animation and be like, ooh, this is the new thing. Look how cool it looks. Yeah, it looks cool, but that's not, it's boring. I don't want to look at like this fantastical world, and see realistic things. I don't want to see that. I want to see like this magical world, and I wanted to look like magic, you know? Like, oh my god.
Do you want to know a fun little factoid?
What?
The original Frozen was going to be 2D animated, but they changed it.
Oh my god! Why did they change it?
Because they wanted to make money. I don't know. There's been like no 2D animated movies, so I guess they're just like, fuck it, we're not gonna fuck with that.
So
Too much of a risk.
ridiculous.
Okay, well, I don't have such a burning passion towards this medium as you, but I just think that the animation just did not look. I didn't like the look of it. All the characters, especially the female ones, they had the same face shape. That was kind of creepy.
That's another thing. Like if they do 2D animation, they would have to change the looks
Yeah,
of things.
yeah,
Because otherwise, it's just the same face syndrome that like almost everything has, and I hate that.
yeah.
Like, oh look, all the women look the same, but they're different. Whoa, because they have different outfits on and they have different hairstyles or whatever. But it's like no, they have the same face.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Yeah. Anna just looks like an echo fighter of Elsa, which I guess makes sense because they're sisters, but I don't know. They have
Sisters can look different though. Why?
I
Oh my
don't
god!
know.
Like they could easily change the design. Like they can make Elsa more angular because it's ice, right?
Yeah.
But she's also like, I don't, like add like a little bit of like softness because she's confused or whatever. And then Anna could be more round because she's nice and innocent and naive and whatever. So that was like, whoa, look at that! A different character, two different characters, two like physically and visually different characters. Wow, look at that! Isn't that cool? Isn't that
Whoa.
amazing?
Wow.
How you can just do that?
Wow. You get heated, Jesus. We're just talking. I didn't expect this to last that long. I was just talking about how I didn't like the kind of cartoony, unrealistic character designs contrasting with the realistic environment. I thought that wasn't a good choice. That kind of looked stupid.
It did look stupid. And you
Anyway,
know how to fix that? 2D!
anyway, on to things that. Actually, I'm not gonna go into things that I like. I'm gonna keep going on things that I don't like. I didn't really like most of the characters at all. The only character that I actually enjoyed was Olaf, and even half of his jokes didn't land because it was trying really hard to be edgy, but it wasn't edgy. Like, you know what I'm talking about, right? Like all the dark jokes he made, like,
Yeah.
yeah, that was kind of, those didn't land for me.
It's funny because, like, now he's, like, always there and he's, like, getting older. And it's funny because he's going
Yeah,
having existential crises and stuff and thinking about things.
yeah.
It's funny.
I guess that could have been funny, but they didn't really go far enough with it. They just like dropped a couple one-liners, and that was like it. Also, I love how the movie starts with like a totally just, well, I guess not totally stupid, but like an ex machina. How like Olaf is now just he can just walk around like without his snow
I
cloud
mean,
thing
that kind of happened, like, in
because
the last movie, though.
no, but
Like, at
he
the
needed
end.
he needed like a cloud over him.
Yeah.
And they decided in this one they didn't want to do this, so they just had a like the animators were like, "Fuck it, we don't want that." So plot convenience, which was very good foreshadowing for the end of the movie, which I hated so much. But we're not gonna spoil it. We're not gonna spoil it. But I really did not like the end. I didn't like much of it though. Besides Olaf, he was kind of okay. I thought the musical numbers kind of fucked the pacing because I didn't like the pacing. I guess it was really fast, and then there would be a musical number, and it would slow like way down too much,
Yeah.
and then it'd go fast again,
Mm.
and it just bored me.
And you
Christoph,
could tell, like,
yeah,
when a musical number was going to be coming up.
yeah,
And that was kind of annoying. Like, come on.
and it just all felt like derivative of the first movie. Like it didn't try to do anything else. It just tried to copy like the first movie, and that's musical
Yeah.
numbers.
And then, like, I don't remember there being this many musical numbers in the first one.
Yeah, I don't. It felt
And, like,
bloated. Like they needed another hit, but
yeah,
you know, I guess what was the hit song again? The fucking
the unknown
oh
thing.
yeah, unknown. Yeah, I guess into the
And then like
unknown.
yeah, and
It's
there was like almost no dialogue between characters because they were always singing. They were always doing like their own song, and I'm like,
yeah,
okay. Or like there would be like a little bit of dialogue, and then it's like, oh, but now we have to sing now.
yeah.
So
Too much singing. And in the first movie, I felt like the songs themselves furthered the characters' development and actually
yeah,
said something about the characters. In this one, it just stated like simple facts
hmm.
and like things that you kind of already knew. And I didn't like that. So they just all the songs seemed like a waste of time
Yeah.
because it has to be a musical because Frozen 1 was a musical, so Frozen 2 has to be a musical.
And it's also a Disney movie too.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Just just the plot. It's just it's stupid.
Yeah. And speaking of character development, there
Uh-huh.
were like a bunch of new characters in this,
Yeah,
but
but
they were
yeah.
all decided to be thrown away, and like they were just there, and that was like, come on, man! Like I don't want who are these people?
Yeah, I knew nothing about those characters at all.
And like the one dude that was like helping Kristoff or whatever,
Uh-huh.
like he seemed cool. Like who is this? And then like they kind of went into it like, oh yeah, like I've never seen the sky because of all the mist and whatever, right? And then but then
Yeah.
it's like, oh, he's not there anymore. It's, whoop, let's cut back to Elsa doing something with her magic. And
Yeah.
I'm like, man,
The,
I want
the,
to know these characters. Who are these people? You entered this whole new world and things that are like, because like things happened and they like got trapped in this little magical bubble, but we don't know anything about it besides what the dad said. And
yeah.
I'm like, what?
Yeah. Imagine that. Imagine that. You're making a Disney movie and your movie's about characters walking into a magic bubble and you decide that in the magic bubble it's just going to be a bunch of woods. That's it. And in this big magical bubble where magic roams free, that's it. There's woods and a lake, and that's all you're gonna put in there. Like really,
People are there.
you couldn't do anything else. That's it. Like that's the best you could do. This movie just doesn't introduce anything new at all.
But it
It.
does introduce old things that are bad.
Oh yeah. Like
Oh my god, Anna was so annoying in this.
I just fucking hated every character that wasn't Olaf.
My god, it was just so bad. And then Kristoff's only thing was like, I have to propose to Anna. I have to propose to Anna. That
I
was his whole
hated.
thing.
Ah,
Anna was annoying.
yeah.
Kristoff was also there. Elsa was like trying so hard to explore new things,
Uh-huh.
but that just came off as like, oh, okay. And I'm
Yeah.
like, and then Olaf was slightly interesting, but like it was too far. It was too much of the same thing, and like it just got tired. It was tiresome.
Yeah.
It was,
Jeez. Yeah, well, on to, what's his name? The ice one. Um, fuck. The ice princess, the let it go person. What?
Elsa.
Elsa, yeah. Jesus Christ. Um, her whole thing was that she wants to explore shit, but like the movie introduces the fact that she wants to explore shit and then 1 minute later resolves it. So it's like it doesn't seem like a big deal, I guess, or part of her character at all that she, is adventurous. It's just an excuse. Just this movie's just a bunch of excuses. I feel like just the plot. It has no reason to exist. It doesn't feel like a continuation of the first movie. It just feels like something completely just different and disconnected in terms of everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just didn't enjoy it that much. Let me think. And there were like no new creatures or anything. Well, there was like that fucking
Like the
fire
spirits,
thing,
but
but
they didn't
that
develop
didn't do
any of them.
anything. And the rock monsters, they did, you know, one time they did a thing, but like,
Yeah, and they said the people like in the woods said they were like really angry, but then it's like they weren't
yeah.
anymore.
And they introduced these two new things. Those are the only like two new creatures, and they do nothing with them. Like, what does that fucking fire spirit even do? It just hangs around. It doesn't do anything. There's no point in that thing existing.
And then like all he had to do was what, chill out or something,
Yeah,
and that was like his problem was fixed.
yeah.
Like, why?
It's it's just it's just dumb. It's just not good.
It wasn't great.
I feel like they just wanted to make a sequel, not based on any creative anything, just based on money, and then they had to think of a plot, and they're like, okay, let's just take this fucking direct to DVD plot, because that's really what it feels like, because this movie doesn't feel like big or theatrical at all. It just kind of feels like shit. Do you want to get into spoiler talk, or do you have anything else to say?
Sure,
Okay.
let's go.
So the ending, that I was not okay with that ending. It's like it does the same thing as the first movie, kind of, except Elsa gets frozen this time, and then just everything fixes itself. So there was no sacrifice at all. Just all of their problems got solved. Cause the point was that, you know, whatever, the little village, fucking whatever it's called, was gonna get destroyed because, you know, the person who kind of made it was a dick, or whatever, the past king was a dick. So Anna's like, okay, well, I'm gonna kind of pay my reparations here. I'm just gonna let the place get destroyed. But then
Yeah,
Anna just, and then what just doesn't happen. She just dissolves all the water. I don't know where the fuck the water goes. I didn't like that. There was no consequence for anything in that movie. Like, nothing happened. The characters didn't change at all. I Except the fact that Elsa's staying in the woods now for some reason.
yeah, and you know what that means?
Oh, another one.
Oh
Oh, oh. But
boy,
like, why did she even stay in the woods? Because it needs to be protected. Protected from what?
because she's the fifth thing. She's the fifth element.
Oh, so she needs to be there, like physically.
I don't know.
I guess so.
Well, that one person in the woods, the one woods person, she's like, "Yo, you should like stay here because you're the fifth thing." And Elsa's like, "Okay," and then yeah,
Yeah, I didn't feel that. I guess maybe the point of it was that like Anna kind of holds Elsa back because Anna's not like big into adventure, but Elsa is. So it's like, you know, she does her own thing, the other one does her own thing, but that wasn't
yeah.
really a big thing. Or the fact that they found like her dead parents' ship. Why? Why did they do that?
Because the plot reasons.
That
Elsa had to
was
do her funky powers and rip the water from the boards and then make a memory.
yeah, they really just were kind of fishing for something to add significance to this movie because there's no significance at all. There's no reason for this movie to exist. Like,
Everything was solved in the first movie.
yeah, and if
There
there
was
is a
nothing to be solved in this movie.
and if there ever is a third Frozen movie, you don't even have to see this one because like the characters don't change, and you don't really add any new ones. I mean, you add some, but what do we know about them? Nothing. Any development to the new characters would have to be done in the third movie because they weren't developed here at all. They're just
Yeah.
shells. It just not done well at all. The only song I liked in this movie was the Olaf song, and that was it. Because at least he like was kind of interesting to look at.
Yeah. He's fun.
Yeah. Unlike
Everything
this
else is
movie.
serious. Like this is not like I don't know. It's like they were trying to make this serious,
hmm
but it didn't work,
Yeah.
and it just made it ridiculous.
But do you think this movie? Do you think you could recommend this movie to kids? I guess I
Yeah,
could. But
definitely the kids, because like they're gonna be like, "Whoa, whoa, no way," like with the
uh-huh.
plot twists and whatever, plot quote unquote plot twists.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, yeah, the kids definitely.
Yeah.
Anyone over like or anyone that's able to comprehend stuff, no.
Yeah, I just wish this movie Jesus. I wish this movie had like some consequence at all. Like I don't know, kill off a character, get rid of that fucking village or something, cuz it felt so stupid. Just
Yeah.
everything just worked out for them in the end despite all the odds. It just
Yeah.
happened to work out.
And like the village was supposed to be destroyed.
Yeah,
Like
that was
wasn't
the
that like
point.
the whole thing?
Yeah.
Like the spirits were angry that it was there. So it needs to be destroyed, but it's like, oh no, we're deciding that it can stay because you guys are nice. Like what? Why? Why?
It-
Why is this a thing? Mm.
this it's just not really a good, like I said, it just feels like something a direct to DVD movie. It doesn't feel theatrical at all. It- yeah, but I feel like maybe we're being a bit negative here. I think I think we gotta just transition a bit
All
into
right.
my personal favorite corner, the corner of positivity. Now
Oh
I
boy.
have been praising Olaf up and down all around. So that's mine. Olaf, good guy. Josh Gad, he's I guess okay. He's in some really bad movies, but he was good in this. So how about you? What's your positive?
All right. I liked the uh um um
Oh, it's okay. I mean, this
oh
movie.
I mean even though like it was really weird and like not it was very out of sync with the whole movie,
Uh-huh.
but I kind of liked Kristoff's solo thing with like the 80s transitions, like 80s music video transitions. Like it was really stupid and like but I'm like, oh yeah, that's kind of funny.
I've,
You know
I,
what I'm talking about?
yeah, I do. I fucking hated everything that has to do with Kristoff though. So I guess I have to disagree. That was just I just hated that plot, that
I
side
don't know.
plot.
Like I like that I like that scene because I'm
Yeah,
like, yeah, I get that reference. Ha ha ha.
yeah. I guess
But, yeah.
it's I didn't like that whole side plot though, especially because it's just gets resolved
Yeah.
with
Like
like
it was very out of
yeah,
place,
it was
but I'm like,
worthless. It
yeah.
because at the end it just all works out.
Yeah.
Not
But like not
thanks.
paying attention to the full
Yeah,
thing, that
yeah,
one little piece, one little
yeah.
piece was funny.
There you go. Yeah, yeah. I guess
Yeah.
the only song I liked was the Olaf song, but I guess there was some fan theories floating around about this movie. One is that Elsa is a lesbian. Do you? I didn't catch that
That
really.
I mean, unless they're thinking like that one forest chick was like there was like gonna be a romance there, but like no,
I mean,
there's nothing there.
yeah, I don't think. I think people are just kind of fishing for meaning because this movie is meaningless. So they're like, I must have
I
missed
mean
something.
that was like before this movie though. Like after like right after the first one, it's like get Elsa girlfriend was like petitioned or whatever, you know.
Yeah, but
So I mean it's been around, but obviously
yeah,
they didn't. do anything about that.
Well, you can't sell movie with gay people in China. Definitely
Nope.
not. Yep, definitely not to the kids there. So yeah, that's a no go on the lesbian stuff. Sorry guys, try again next year, I guess. Um, but I didn't get that. I don't know. She just doesn't have any love interest, which I guess some people is gonna say makes her asexual. But I don't know. It's just there's not a lot of guys or girls her age around, so I don't know. She's kind of fucked. She's not gonna have anyone ever. But
Yeah, unless
that's
it's a
okay.
third movie.
Oh, the third movie. Dude, if Elsa gets a boyfriend in the third movie, people are gonna be pissed the fuck off.
Yeah,
That would be great. Oh my god. Oh jeez. But they can't give her a girlfriend either because that wouldn't be able to release in a lot of countries. And
yeah.
it would be,
But
well,
unless Disney doesn't want to be a pussy,
Disney does want to be a
yeah,
pussy. Being a pussy makes you
exactly,
money.
exactly. But I mean, if they like somehow don't want to be anymore, and like want to do something because they're the biggest franchise,
Mo-
but
movies
if
are
they're not
movies aren't
gonna,
art. They're products. They're products. You have to make the most money possible.
yeah.
Also, somebody that saw this said that there was a bunch of sexual references in the movie. Uh, I didn't pick up on that.
Was there?
I didn't. I didn't get that
I
at
didn't.
all.
I didn't get that.
I wasn't paying attention. I wasn't looking out for it, but I was like, "What the fuck?" It was the same person that said the whole lesbian thing, though. So I don't know.
Hmm.
I mean,
Maybe they just want things to be super sexual in a kids movie.
yeah,
That's a little suspicious.
there are people like that. I mean, Elsa's of age. You know, I've checked for scientific reasons. Um, but I mean, the only person Elsa got at all intimate with is her sister, and well, we're not gonna go down that route right now. But you know, I don't think I don't know. She's too busy. She's working on herself. You know, she's
Yeah.
not ready for a relationship yet. I don't know. Who cares? Stop fucking shipping cartoon characters. You know, find something else to do with your time, I guess. But yep, there is no hidden meaning. Not only is there no hidden meaning to this movie, there's no meaning at all. So yeah, don't watch it unless you have kids. Do you want to get into the number ratings, or do you have anything else to say?
Um, I don't really. I don't think I have anything else.
Okay, so I guess I'll go first. I'm going to give Frozen a 4 out of 10 because it's probably okay for kids, but it's not good for adults. So don't watch it unless you're a child.
Yeah. Um, I'll give it a 5 because like I
5.
did, like I chuckled at a couple spots.
Mhm.
It was mostly Olaf,
Yeah.
but yeah, it was like it was a thing, and kids will like it.
Yeah.
But
It was a
other
thing.
than that, it wasn't great.
Yeah. I mean, oh yeah, I forgot to mention I saw it in Dolby and it sounded good, so I guess that's another positive. So I guess see it in Dolby, but it didn't look too good. The colors looked very washed out. I don't know.
It was very bland, and you know what to fix
Yes.
that?
Well, I don't know if making it animated would help the color. They but just didn't do well with the
Things
color
would
palette.
pop out more though. It would be very like it would. Whew,
Okay.
whew.
Well,
I'm not gonna. I'm gonna.
we're gonna. I guess we're gonna end here before we go on I guess a 10-minute rant. So thank
Yeah.
you guys for watching the Movie Hoppers, and goodbye.
See ya.